algebra. Don't know what a slide rule is for, but I do know what it was too. And this one could be with you. What a wonderful world this would be. Hey everybody, sorry about the screen this afternoon. I was having a little bit of trouble. Let me see if I can get this to work. Hold on one second. I'm gonna try to make sure the screen sharing works. Let's see. Here it is. And I think we'll be in good shape. Just give us 1 second here, let everything load up, and then we'll be good to go. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope you had some fun with your mom or anyone who provides motherly love in your life. All right, I think we are there it is, finally. Sorry about that, friends. All right, let me just get a couple other things in order. All right, now we're ready to rock and roll. Let me stop the video. Okay, here we go. As you may recall, was our riddle from last week, and I'm curious if anybody was able to come up with a solution that tells us what A divided by B is. So there's an algebra way to do this, but there's also the good old-fashioned try and see if it works and then try again way. So I'm going to use that method to kind of show, and I see a couple of folks wrote in. Well done, you did get the correct answer, to those of you who did write in, but I'm not going to share what it is just yet. You could say, all right, what are two numbers that equal 76 when I add them up? So you could say, let's make it kind of simple. We could say 50 and 26. All right, well then let's try what 50 minus 26 would be. And that would give us 24. Now, it's supposed to give us 38, so we know that's too small. So either our first number needs to be bigger or our second number needs to be smaller. So why don't we make our first number bigger? So let me try this again. All right, so let's say it was 60 for A plus 16, that would give us 76. And then 60 minus 16 would give us 44. All right, 44. So now it's a little bit too big. All right, so I think A is somewhere in between 50 and 60. And we could kind of keep going this way until we find the exact two numbers that work. And as folks have written in, let's get our drum roll ready. Yes, the answer is 3. A is 57 and B is 19. Let's just go back and take a look at it one more time. And you see we were on track. We thought A was between 50 and 60. Let's try it here. All right, if A is 57 and B is 19, well, that equals 76, so that works. And if A is 57 minus 19, that gives us 38, so that works. 57 then divided by 19 is 3. And just to double check our thinking about that, 3 tens would give us 30, and 3 nines would give us 27, and together that gives us 57. All right, well done, folks, who were able to solve that one. By the way, if you were curious about the algebra way, what you can do, there's a method in algebra where you can add two equations. So if I get rid of this and I added this first equation and this second equation, what I'd get is 2a's, and then I'd have a positive b and a negative b, so they would cancel each other out. So 2a, which is 114. So if 2a's are 114, then 1a would be 57. Then you can plug that 57 back in and figure out what the b would be. Anyway, that's the algebra way. We're not quite there yet. All right. Somebody says that I froze. I think it's still working, but let me check. Yep, it looks like it's still working on my end. All right, let me know if you're still seeing the screen frozen, because it does seem to be working on my end. Okay, here was our homework from light. We're just comparing these. If I have kilogram and 6 kilogram, well, 8 more. Here I have hundredths, 5 tenths, but we can just look at the tenths. I have 3 tenths there, so definite 1.5. I have here 700, so 0.4 is less than 0.47. Well done, guys. Well done. All right, let's go on to this one. We have some meter bars, and we want to show the amount that is shaded in decimal form. And then we're going to compare. So this one here is A, and then this one is B. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in so you can see it, because it's a little bit hard to see. So you have 1 meter, and I'd like you to go ahead and take a second. How much in decimals of the first meter is shaded, and how much of the second one is shaded also in decimals? Go ahead and take a second and work on that, and I'll give you a little bit of music. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I zoomed in because I wanted to make sure that you were able to really see what was going on here. It's a little bit hard to see the shading, but you can see right here in this first one that only 8 pieces are shaded. So I'm going to zoom back. Now let's remember, this whole thing is 1 meter. So how many ones do we have shaded? 0. And then how many tenths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tenths. And how many hundredths? That's why I zoomed in. We have 8 hundredths. So 0.68. By the way, if it was in fractions, we would do 68 hundredths, and that should make sense. And then this one is a little bit simpler. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. So 0 ones and 7 tenths. And if you want, you could do 0 hundredths, because there's no extra hundredths. So it would be 0.7. And those of you who wrote in, yes, 0.7 is greater than 0.68. And I see lots of you working on the second one as well. So again, how many ones do we have here? 0. How many tenths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. so 5/10. And then on the bottom, again, 0 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4/10. And it looks like 4 extra hundredths. And we can see that 5/10 is bigger than 44 hundredths or 4/10 and 4 hundredths. Well done, everybody. Well done. All right, let's whoop. It doesn't want to go. There we go. Go ahead and try this one. Okay, welcome back. That music was a little ominous. Sorry about that, but you guys did a great job. As you all wrote in, yes, they are in the correct order from greatest to least. Let's just go ahead and make sure that we have all of our numbers correct. Let me use blue for this one. Again, first one, string 1, how many ones do we have shaded? Well, we don't have any. Then how many tenths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/10. And how many extra hundredths? It looks like 4, so 0.54. Second one, how many ones? Again, 0. How many tenths? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you wanted to do 0 for extra hundredths, that's fine too. And then the last one, how many ones? 0. Then 1, 2, 3, 4/10 and 7 hundredths. So there you have it, 54 hundredths, which is the same as 5/10 and 4 hundredths, 50 hundredths, which is the same as 5/10, and 47 hundredths, which is the same as 4/10 and 7 hundredths. And they are in order from greatest to least, that's not a word. And that should make sense because here is the first one. Here is the second one, and here's the third one. And as you can see, they're getting smaller. All right, well done, guys, well done. I think it is now time for our joke of the day, and here it is, my friends. What's a good signal that a student doesn't like negative numbers? Okay, we did have one answer in that says they're grumpy. Let's see, someone wrote in, he's very positive. I like that one. Actually, we had 2 people. Another one wrote in, maybe he is always positive. Those are really good. I'm going to give you applause for those. You know what? Today, let me just pop the screen back on so I can see. I actually think your answer might be better than my answer. So kudos to you guys. All right, here is my answer. He'll stop at nothing to avoid them. In case you're a little bit confused by that, he'll stop at nothing. So let's say here's a number line, and here's 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. And over here is -1, -2, -3. Well, he'll stop right here at nothing to avoid the negative numbers. So if, let's say, he was walking down the number line, he'll stop at nothing right here at 0 to avoid the negative numbers. Not bad, but I do like your positive jokes as well. Well, speaking of negative numbers, let's look at some negative sloped lines. Here's what I would love for you guys to do. For this line, I would like you to find the coordinates of these 2 points and the slope of the line. Go ahead, the coordinates and the slope. Okay, welcome back. Whew, that music was kind of slow too. We have to get some spunkier music next time. All right, let's take a look at it. I'm going to start with A. When we are doing our coordinates, we always start at the origin at 0. So first, our x coordinate. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our y coordinate, 1, 2, 3, and we're going up. So that is a positive 3, 5, 3. And then B, so this was A, and then this will be B. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, so that's a -4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up, so that's positive 5. Well done, well done. Now let's do our slope. I'm gonna switch over to yellow. And remember, our slope is our rise over our run. So if I started with A, our rise would be 1, 2, and our run would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the left. So -9. And remember, we talked about this. That is, you can write that as just -2/9. If you went the other way, if you started with B, that's fine too. Whoops, sorry about that, folks. You could start right here at B and go 1, 2 down, so that'd be -2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the right, so +9. And again, -2/9 is the same as 2/-9. And both of those are the same as just putting the negative sign in front and calling it -2/9. Okay, excellent work. Let me find some peppier music and you guys work on this one. And your 2 points, let's go with right here and right here. And we'll call this A and we'll call that B. And let me try to find some better music. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look at A. All right, we're going to start again at our origin. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, so -4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 up, so +4. And then B, let's switch over to green. 1, 2, 3 to the left, -3. And then 1, 2 down, -2. And remember, we always do the x coordinate first, and then we do the y coordinate. Okay, so -4, 4 for A, and -3, -2 for B, and then the slope, and let's use red for our slope, rise over run. All right, I'm going to start at B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up, so that's +6, and then 1 to the left, -1, 6 over -1. You could also start at A and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down, -6, and 1 to the right, +1. And as we talked about, these are exactly the same, and you could write it just like this, -6 over 1. Okay, I have a challenge question for you guys. Let me pop the screen back on. So the slope is 6 over -1, or -6 over +1, or let's just call it -6 over 1. Here's my question. And let me give you a little bit of extra space so you can think here. Okay, so we have point A and we have point B. What I want to know is if I added point C somewhere down, somewhere down here, and it crossed right on the intersection, just like this, the same amount as A from B, where would it cross? Where would point C be? All right, so if our slope is a -6 over 1, and I was starting at B, and then I was going to find a new point C, where would it be? Go ahead and take a second to think about that. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look at this. What I want you to see, so our slope is, again, we know, -6 6 over 1. So if I was at A, follow me along for a second. We know we're going to go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go to the right 1. So if I wanted to find C, I'm going to do the same thing. Go down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And go to the right 1. Now, we've run out of a graph paper here, so I'm gonna do that for you. And hopefully what you see is, hold on, let me get rid of this question mark and this C, that's kind of confusing. All right, and so C would be right here. And if we found its coordinates, well, it would be 1, 2 to the left, and then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down. So there you have it, -2, -8. And I see some of you got it, some of you got close, but had some of your negatives and positives mixed up. Either way, I'm really impressed. Really appreciate you guys trying that one out. We'll do another one tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna skip that one. I'm gonna do, let's do this one real quick, and then we'll get to our homework and our riddle for tonight. All right, what you're gonna do is just shade these, which is gonna be hard for you to do, but really, after we shade, the question is, which is greater, is the first one greater than, less than, or equal to? So go ahead and take a second. I'm gonna do the shading while you're working, and go ahead and tell me, you can type in less than, greater than, or equal to for A, B, C, and D. Go ahead. Okay, well done. I see lots of good answers coming in. Let's take a look. We'll start with A. We have 23 hundredths, which is the same as 2/10 and 3 hundredths. And hopefully you can see that here's 1/10, here's another 10th, and then here are the 3 hundredths, which is the same as 23 hundredths. Then over here we have 1/10, 2, 3, 4/10. Hopefully you can see, and it should make sense, you have 4/10 here, 2/10 here. So this one, 0.23, is definitely less than 0.4. Okay, next one we have 0.6, which is 6/10. Here they are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This whole bar is a tenth. And then we have 38 hundredths. So here's 10, 20, 30, and 8 more right here. Okay, well, 6/10 versus 3/10 with 8/100. Certainly 6/10 would be bigger. All right, now this one is a little tricky. I like C. If you weren't paying attention, it might have tripped you up. First one, we have 9/100. We don't even have a full tenth. All we have is 9/100, and here they are. We're just 1/100th away, this guy, from getting 1/10. And then over on the other side, we have 9/10. And so this one, we're 1/10 away from having one whole. So this is definitely smaller, 0.09 than 0.9. And the last one, hopefully you see 70/100, which is all of this, is this exact same thing as 7/10. So equal. Well done, well done, well done. All right, everybody. Real quick, here's your homework for last night. Comparing these, take a screenshot, take a picture, or jot them down. I'll give you about 30 seconds to go ahead and take care of that. While you're doing it, just keep in mind where your tenths and your hundredths are. And also for this one, which I'm excited about, we have some ones, some wholes as well. So go ahead, take your screenshot, take your picture, or jot it down. All right, and let's go to our riddle. This one, wait a second. Oh, that one didn't say homework, but we're gonna use it as the homework. Sorry about that. Here's our math riddle of the day. It's not a hard one, but you do have to pay attention. How many times does the digit 5 occur in the numbers 1 to 100? Make sure you're thinking. All right, everybody, have a great afternoon, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.